Episode 716.
Selection Tournament. You mean the Resurrection Tournament?
That's right. Due to some special circumstances, this selection tournament is commonly referred to as the Resurrection Tournament.
What special reason?
Seeing that the other two clearly knew the reason but had no intention of continuing, Tang Ru was frustrated. She was a complete newcomer who knew nothing, so she quickly asked for an explanation.
As for this qualifier, there are only two very simple requirements for participating teams: meet the player count and pay the registration fee. Other than that, there are no restrictions at all. So even pro teams that got kicked out of the league this season can join the qualifiers. And these pro teams are still a cut above the motley crews that come and go. Sure, there are always a few decent teams that pop up in the qualifiers every year and cause some trouble, but so far every season the ones that end up standing at the very end are the pro teams. In other words, of the two teams eliminated each season, one always makes it back through the qualifiers and returns to the Pro League within a year. So now everyone calls this qualifier the Resurrection Tournament, like it's a second chance tailor-made for those two eliminated teams. Oh, sometimes it's not just two teams, it's 3, 4. Those that failed to revive last season come running back for the new one.
Yi Shu explained.
Oh, I see.
Tang Ru nodded repeatedly.
So all we have to do is enter this selection tournament and win it all. The Alliance will find a way to handle the hard requirements for those applications. But now that I think about it, all the matches so far have been revival rounds. No amateur team has ever bothered the Alliance with this kind of thing. Looks like I'm about to make history.
That's not the point, is it?
Chen Guo was absolutely losing it.
The Resurrection Tournament is single elimination. Lose one match and you're out. A whole year wasted. What if we...
There's always a chance for anything. Even with the application process, that chance still exists. It's not always just one team applying to join the Alliance in a given year. If you want to be the one the Alliance ultimately picks, barely scraping by their hard requirements won't cut it. The Alliance evaluates your commitment. A team that barely scrapes by won't get any attention at all.
Yi Shu finished speaking, and Chen Guo was stunned. She couldn't even scrape by with a passing grade, and now she realized that even if she did, she'd likely be easily outshone by far more powerful competitors. And this so-called strength was really just financial power. Chen Guo is just an internet cafe owner. How much money could she possibly have to compete in something like this?
The qualifiers are our only option. Instead of worrying about what-ifs, we should focus on making sure those what-ifs never happen. This gives us a full year to really polish the team and get them working together.
Not bad at all.
Tang Ru nodded, already looking full of eager anticipation.
Hey, the qualifiers for this season are already underway. Everyone should keep an eye on them. The qualifiers run parallel to the league. When the regular season ends, the qualifiers will have their final results too. The 20 teams for next season were finalized right then. There are a lot of teams signing up for the qualifiers every year now. If this keeps up, they'll probably use it as the foundation to build a secondary league. This alliance sure is growing fast.
Yi Shu remarked. After hearing Yi Shu say all this, Chen Guo couldn't even be bothered to finish her meal. She wolfed down a few bites and immediately rushed off to look into the qualifiers. On Glory Alliance's official website, Chen Guo quickly found the full introduction and promotion for the selection tournament. Opening the page, the first thing that hit him was the selection tournament's big slogan, "Where Dreams Begin."
So cliché.
Chen Guo silently complained to herself, then eagerly dove into the details. After digging into it, she found it was exactly as Ye Shu had said, just with a lot more official hype layered on top. Every team that entered was said to have been given a shot at their dream. Those who stood out in the selection process were hailed as dreams made real. And the pro teams that fought their way back through the qualifiers, they were called dreams redeemed. But the most significant of all were the players discovered through the selection process, recruited by pro teams and eventually becoming professional players themselves. They embodied the slogan, "A place where dreams begin." Chen Guo read through the whole list, and by the end she had worked herself into a fever of excitement, practically vibrating with impatience. She wished the selection tournament would start tomorrow, so they could have their first shot at making dreams come true. Where dreams meet reality, some people get their hopes salvaged, and others find the place where their dreams begin. Ah, how do you even sign up? That was the answer Chen Guo couldn't wait to find out after all that thinking. Turns out the registration process was dead simple. Once the Pro League's regular season wraps up, the sign-up channel opens right on the qualifier page. Just follow the prompts from there. Chen Guo found herself thinking, why wasn't the Pro League over yet? Chen Guo felt a spike of anxiety. She flipped open the regular season schedule. 8 rounds left, nearly 2 more months.
No need to rush. The later it happens, the better it is for us.
Yi Shu had already come up behind Chen Guo. Watching her search through one thing after another, he could pretty much guess what was on her mind.
True, we still have a lot to prepare for. At the very least, you guys need to level up to max first.
Right, we'll just pick up the rest of the gear along the way.
Right now, you and Old Wei each have 1 silver weapon, but we're way behind on gear. How are we supposed to fight those maxed out silver gear god-level characters?
Chen Guo said as much, but the truth was, Ye Shu's Lord Grim had already crossed blades with legends like Wang Jixi, Han Wenqing, and Huang Shaotian in-game. He just had never actually gone up against a maxed-out god-tier character. As for his match against Huang Shaotian's troubling reign last time, that was also fought in the practice arena. Why are god-level characters called gods? It really comes down to 3 things. First, the player has to be godlike enough to make the character famous. Second is skill points. The more skill points you have, the higher your skill levels, making both attack damage and effects far more powerful. Third, equipment. Equipment provided a more direct boost to these characters' stats. Take one Autumn Leaf, Troubling Rain, Vicaria, Desert Dust. Strip the gear off any of them, and they'd have the exact same stats as any max-level character in the game.